What's up, fellas? Marco here, and we just finished talking about Vaporetto's Ranchero, which I have just finished dripping into the immortalizer. Now, I figured we might as well do a talk through on the Cadena Driptip, which is a collaboration of Vaporetto and Critical Minds, the fellows who brought us the Fat Boy Driptip. Now, this Driptip is one of those nice multi-part type drip tips. It actually comes in 3 parts. So you got the SS base with the Vaporetto cross on it, the Delrin midsection, and this micro bore top piece for all you tank fans out there like me. Alright, now cool thing about it is that, well, it comes in really nice packaging. I have it in the room. I'm sorry I wasn't able to bring it out. It's a small cardboard box with a bit of foam inside, and it comes with a drip tip in it. Now, you can take the parts off and they fit on using O-rings, one on top of the other. So this thing goes on top, but since we're going to be using a dripper for this video, I'm not going to be sticking it on. Basically, it looks like this, but a bit more flush when you have it on. So this portion is wide mouth. If you vape it with just the SS part or just the or with the Delrin part on top, you get a wider mouth than you do on the microbore top, of course. Now, normally I was, before I did this video, I was thinking it over. I was like, who the hell reviews drip tips? I mean, you put it in your mouth, you puff on it, that's about it. There's no real science behind it. But with this, you can actually adjust it to suit your taste, more or less. Reason why I got it is because I sort of screwed up my K-Fun drip tip with the DIY project of torching it, and now it looks like, God, it looks like something straight out of Satan's asshole. But I figured might as well get one of these. It's one of the few microbore drip tips out there, and it looks pretty swanky on a K-Fun. Yeah, there. It looks pretty swanky on it, with the SS portion put on, and then an all SS body. Looks really kick-ass. But that's beside the point. Anyway. I love how you can use it either for long draws or for vapor prods, like, something like this. Or you can use it to maximize the flavor output by putting the microbore tip onto it, which I do on the K-Fun. And I'm going to do that for you in just a bit. Now, the major gripe that I have with it is, well, for starters, it's a really, really swanky looking drip tip. It really looks good. I'd say it's good value for money. But the one drawback that I see with it is the fact that it's pretty hard to take out. I mean, with the SS base, the stainless steel on the rim is pretty sharp, and if you try to force it, I'm worried you're going to end up cutting your finger. So usually what I do is I just take the whole top part off the atomizer, and I sort of push it out with my pinky and take it out like that. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to take out of the atomizer, but that's the only real con that I see with the drip tip. The O-rings are pretty fat. That's both a good and a bad thing. It gives it better grip, and you don't have to worry about the O-ring snapping off of your atomizer, or the drip tip itself, just coming off if you put it in a bag or a vape bag or something like that. You don't have to worry about it just coming off very easily, because this gives it really, really tight grip. The only drawback is that it's pretty tough to take out, and if you're the type who switches drip tips on the fly, or if if you're not really a fan of sticking to just one, that might be a bit of a problem. So I've found that the best thing that I could do is just use this on the K-Fun with a microbore drip tip attached. So here's a bit of what it looks like snapped on. And it's just gonna put that down there and wipe the K-Fun off a bit. Alright, there you go. This is what it looks like on a K-Fun Lite. And it looks really awesome on it, especially on an all SS setup, which I'm going to show you in just a bit, just so you have an idea of how, it's not only a functional drip tip, but it's a very, very aesthetically pleasing one. I'm sold on it. It's one of those tips that goes a long way. So check it out. Yeah. And even the SS part doesn't heat up that much. I have this on a 0.8 ohm coil, and so even with a microbore, you're getting a very decent draw. It's not that, it's not like you have it choked up. Because if you compare it to the tip of the K-Fun, there you go, versus this, it's slightly wider, but it still gives you that good flavor retention and that massive, massive throat hit, especially if you're vaping some Vaporetto on it like I am right now. It's just epic stuff. I mean, you're going to be getting that real kick in the back of your throat. It's not the scratchy feel. You're going to get more of that warmth and tightness in your throat, which for me is a big deal. That's actually why I got the K-Fun. That's why I use an immortalizer, because I'm more on the flavor and the throat hit. I want the retention to be there, and this drip tip does just that for me. I wouldn't have shelled out 650 pesos for it if it was crap. I mean, I asked around, and a lot of people were giving me really, really good feedback on it. And I got to say that these people who recommended this to me didn't steer me wrong. I have to I got to give them props for that. That was a really worthwhile purchase that I made. I'm not too big of a fan of stocking up on drip tips, or the expensive ones out there. If it's more than $400, I usually don't get it. But for $650, you get, in essence, 2 drip tips. I mean, I could have the Delrin thing sitting on my immortalizer, and it would vape just fine. It's just a bit short, but if you're a fan of the flushed looks, or the the little midgety drip tips, it works just fine. You got a wide mouth on it, and then you got a narrow mouth on your other atomizer. I mean, whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you. But I prefer to just use it this way, and I store this just in case I decide that I want to go super sub-ohm or go dual coil on a different atomizer, perhaps a tripole. It works either way. So it's the kind of drip tip that you'd want to invest in, because it serves multiple purposes. Most people would probably say, what the hell are you talking about? But based on experience, I get to use it on a Cyclone if I want to go dual coil. I get to use it on a K-Fun if I want massive flavor. I can use it on an immortalizer as well, and they all look really badass. Whether you're using it on a 22mm finish or an immortalizer, which I believe is at 20 or 21, when you have it flushed down like that, it just looks really, really killer. It's one of those drip tips you really want to spend on. It goes for 650 pesos SRP. You can get them at any shops that carry Vaporetto and Critical Minds, so you can go ahead and ask around your local vape shops. I'm going to try to include the link, if I can find it, for their list of resellers or retailers, but we're going to have to check that out. Nonetheless, I just want to give a big thank you to the fellas over at Vaporetto and Critical Minds for this massive performing drip tip. I mean, for once, I wasn't let down. I mean, God, I've had a few other tips that I spent on that were a bit of a disappointment. They'd break easily, or they'd heat up like God. I'm pretty sold on this. So I hope you guys, if you decide to get one, you find yourselves as pleased as I am. So that's basically it for the Vaporetto X Critical Minds Cadena drip tip. It's a really good one, and I hope you guys have as much fun as I did. Cheers. Vape hard.